Here, buddy, it's Mark again. And this cuckoo clock was in my house when I bought my house. It's a battery operated cuckoo clock made in China. I put a couple batteries in it, it doesn't work. So I'm going to take this apart and see what's going on. I don't like battery operated stuff. Sometimes they're simple to fix. There's 4 screws to take this cover off, and I just felt like messing with it. There's a speaker, and then of course the cuckoo bird doesn't look like he moves. I'm going to there's a bunch of wires in here that I don't know nothing about, but I'm going to take the cover plate off the movement here. And there's a couple of tabs. Actually, I'm going to take the hands off. And see if I can this works really good for getting hands off. You put it underneath the plate and then you pull. That way you don't damage the hands too much. And getting the hour hand off. Now there's a nut that you take off to get the movement out. And I want to see, normally the you can get the time side working again. Normally they're just dirty. Getting the 2 tabs here, lifting those up to take the back plate off for the movement. And there, the movement is back, is open. So now I'm going to put a battery in it and see if it moves. This is, of course you want to take pictures if you don't know how to put these together. Well, this is what it looks like with the cover plate off. And now I'm going to take one of these main gears out. I'm going to take a couple of them out because I want to see when I put the battery in whether or not this gear here moves. It does move. And let me get a marker. This is the easiest way to see whether or not your gears are moving or not. You put a permanent marker, put a couple of dots on to see whether or not it's moving. And as you can see, it's moving. Hopefully you can see that. This gear here is moving when the battery is in place. But I think the battery connections, well, they look really clean, but I'm going to take my Dremel and wire brush to it and make them cleaner. Because if there's any corrosion or whatever on it, then the battery doesn't work that well. So let me put like I said, let me take my wire brush to it with my Dremel and see if I can screw things up. Sometimes you go do things and it messes things up. And there's all kinds of moisture. I don't know where that moisture came from. So now I have to take some Q-tips. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a bunch of moisture in there. But the wheel is working. But I'm gonna take and clean up that moisture. So stand by. I ended up taking my hair dryer to it, so it looks better now. I think it's oil is what it is. I think somebody put too much oil on this clock. So now I got to figure out where all the gears go again. And I'll probably have to stop this video to look at my pictures. But yeah. Now I'm going to put a black dot on every one of these gears. Like I said, putting a dot on these gears, or even if you're working on a clock and you don't know whether it's working or not, put a dot on the gears to see if it's working. And as you can see, after maneuvering with a few things, I, I, I think the battery connector is loose because when I mess with the battery, it tends to work. Well, it was working. I'm going to try a different battery. Even though these batteries are brand new, as you can see, well, every time I lay it flat, it works. When I bring it up to show y'all, it quit working. It's working here, and then when I bring it up to show y'all, it's not working. So I'm wondering whether one of these wires is so loose that it's causing it not to work when I bring it up to you. Like I said, I think one of these wires are loose because I can get it to work with all these wires laying on the table. But I don't know. Like I said, these battery operated clocks ain't really worth your time. But if you were doing this for a living, it ain't really worth your time to diagnose everything and see what's going on. I'm gonna see if I can bend these two connectors here that connect to the battery. I'm sorry that, well, they connect to the battery and then they also connect to the to the hardware here. Again, these things aren't really worth messing with. Taking it back one step at a time with the battery in, this gear here is moving. Hopefully you can see that. Now to put all the other gears in, again, when I put the next gear in, it quits working. But I had to put some pressure on the middle section. Now my wires going to the battery have came unsoldered. It's still working with that gear in. Still working with that gear in. But that gear goes in last. This gear has to go in next. I have to start all over because this gear popped out of place. And I need to put a black dot on the lower gears so I can see if it's working or not. I get my markers out. What did I do with my permanent marks? Oh well, it's right here in front of me. It seems to be working, but it has to have this back plate on it for it to work properly. And now I need to put this flock nut back on. I didn't oil it because it looked like it had enough dang oil on it. I'm going to put the hands on just for a minute or so to see if it's working properly. No, that's not how it goes. But anyway, working on these clocks can be a pain in the butt. I'm pretty sure this red and black wire got undone, and I'm not for sure where this blue wire goes. One goes to here, but I'm not for sure where the other one goes. It would have to go somewhere to make the sound. But I will solder the red and black wire back onto the battery case, and then play around with this blue wire until I get it to make noise. But I hope y'all like this video. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. And may God bless each and every one of you.